What's up, everybody? So in today's video, we're going to talk about what is it like working in the emergency room. But first, if you like my videos and the content I make, please follow and subscribe my channel. That means so much to me, seriously. But anyhow, what do you need to know if you're going to work in the ER? First of all, it is an organized chaos. Everyone says this, it's true. It's only for a special kind of nurse if you can thrive in environments that are constantly changing and, you just never know who's going to walk through the door. It's also very physically demanding. Like, you walk so much in the ER. Your rooms sometimes are spread out. You're in and out of rooms. You're running labs. You're getting new orders. You are moving patients from the stretcher to the bed or the bed to the stretcher. You're bending over, starting IVs and cleaning rooms. I mean, it's just a very physically demanding job. You're going to feel it at the end of your 12-hour shift. It's also just highly unpredictable. Like, at the beginning of the shift, you might be sitting at the nurse's station, joking around with your other super cool ER nurses. You have like one patient, everything's under control. Then all of a sudden you look up 2 hours later, the waiting room is packed. It's overflowing. People are crying. You hear screaming in the distance. You just never know. Things can change really quickly in the ER. I remember one of my first shifts ever. I was working a night shift, and I just see this naked man come sprinting down the hallway, screaming, cussing. I'm like, is this normal? Like, what is happening? I remember at that moment, I was like, did I make a mistake by choosing to work in an ER? But no, I didn't. I love it. I love the chaos. I love the excitement, and you never know what to expect. Working in the ER, though, you're like basically gonna go in, do like maybe a 10-minute assessment, get the patient's history, figure out what's going on. You'll start an IV, maybe you'll draw some labs, run an EKG, tell them to pee in a cup, and like run them over to CT real quick. But the name of the game is turn them and burn them, baby. You don't want them sitting in the ER forever. You want to figure out if they are stable, what's going on. If they're sick enough that they need to be admitted, you want to get them upstairs as quickly as possible. If they die, then you want to call the morgue. And that's just the reality of it. Most of the time, though, people come to the ER for smaller things or issues that you can just discharge them, do a little bit of education, be like, hey, take this antibiotic, take them till they're all done, follow up with your cardiologist, stop doing drugs, okay? Drugs are bad. And then you get them out, because they're not going to stop showing up. So you want to get them out as quickly as possible to make your life easier and to make sure the whole system isn't getting bogged down, and then everything kind of gets plugged up and then you're in an issue. Ideally, I mean, there are times, like certain times of the year, people are getting sick. I mean, especially like in COVID, that your hospitals are going to get backed up, and then you have to start holding patients in the ER. That kind of sucks, but it's not always like that. But I just want to be honest. Sometimes you do hold patients for hours and hours, but that's not really supposed to be how it functions. So the ER is great. You may never, unless you work there a long time, you may never become like a master at one particular disease process, but you are going to see such a broad spectrum of different kinds of presentations and symptoms and diseases. Like, you're going to have a good feel for a whole bunch of different kinds of illnesses, and you'll get really good at starting to recognize patterns. You'll be like, okay, this old person is tachycardic, their blood pressure is low, they're kind of confused, like this may be a UTI, or maybe they're going septic. So let's get some blood, let's get some cultures going, have them pee in a cup, let's get fluids hung. Like, you can kind of predict where this is headed. So it's really good if you're a new nurse to get into an ER, because you're just going to learn so many things, so many skills quickly. You're going to get great at starting IVs. You poke people all day. It's kind of my thing. I love that. But yeah, I would 10 out of 10 recommend working in the ER if you're a new grad or you're about to graduate nursing school, or even if you've been a nurse for a while, like go have some fun. Like the embrace the chaos. Like that's the kind of work environment you're going to be in. The 12 hours go by quickly, and you can really make a difference. So that's what it's like to work in the ER. If you want me to talk about something more specifically, just put it in the comment section below, and look forward to my next video where I'm going to talk about what is it like to work in the ICU. Totally different vibes. All right, you guys have a blessed day.